5 reasons WWE Champion Bobby Lashley retained at WrestleMania. After over a half-an-hour delay, WrestleMania 37 started with Drew McIntyre and WWE Champion Bobby Lashley competing in the show's opener, and thankfully, the match delivered. The first WWE match in over a year to take place with live fans, some fans expected it to be a rehash of last year's McIntyre vs. Brock Lesnar match, a 5-minute spot fest, though that wasn't the case. An excited crowd battled through rain and thunder to give respect to the two men in the ring, but it was MVP who made the difference, distracting McIntyre long enough for Lashley to get in the Hurt Lock, forcing Drew to pass out. McIntyre never even got the chance to use the Claymore, an effective way to protect his finishing move. And here are 5 theories as to why the almighty WWE Champion retained his title at WrestleMania. Number 5. WWE wanted to shock fans at WrestleMania. With McIntyre vs. Lashley opening WWE's first show in a year with live fans, many fans entered WrestleMania thinking that it'd be the face who'd regain the WWE title, opening the show with a feel-good moment. That would have been good, but also obvious, and as good as a feel-good moment would have been, WWE instead went with the shock factor. This shock result certainly got people talking about WrestleMania, and whilst Lashley didn't get the heel reaction WWE were probably hoping for, it speaks volumes to the work that he's put in over the years that he's so respected by the crowd. Whatever reason WWE had behind their booking, the result is that Lashley has won the biggest match of his career against a very game Drew McIntyre. Whether fans agree with this result, WWE chose to surprise fans with the opening match result, as the almighty era continues on. Number 4. It was too soon for Lashley's title reign to end. Though many fans expected McIntyre to win the title, opening WrestleMania with a feel-good moment, there were a vocal group who said that Lashley was going to win for good reason. It's been little over a month since Lashley won the title on the March 1st Raw, and whilst it feels like it's been longer, that speaks to the legitimacy that he holds the title with. With just over a month into his reign, having Lashley's title reign end at WrestleMania would have been far too soon, especially as this reign could be Lashley's only time as WWE Champion. Using The Miz as a transitional champion is understandable, especially since they needed to get rid of the Money in the Bank briefcase originally held by Otis, but Lashley deserves more than that. If this is going to be Lashley's only reign as WWE Champion, it needs to be a good one, and 16 years after his WWE debut, ending his reign at WrestleMania would have been far too sudden. Number 3. WWE and fans want Lesnar-Lashley feud. The last time fans saw Brock Lesnar, he lost the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36, and in his year away, WWE have been confident that he'll re-sign. It's hard to say when exactly Lesnar will return, and it's even possible that WWE have already signed him to a contract, with the long-awaited Lashley-Lesnar match in the works. Though WWE like to have the post-Mania Raw as the night of big returns, it's possible that WWE could wait until their second biggest night of the year and biggest part of the summer, SummerSlam. Having Lesnar-Lashley at SummerSlam would guarantee a 4-month title reign for the Almighty, which would give him plenty of time to show why he's considered to be one of the most dominant superstars ever. Like Drew McIntyre, Lashley is a legitimate world champion and a good option for the Beast to face when he returns, and here's hoping that that dream match finally happens. 2. Because Drew's time is still coming. Carrying the WWE on his back over the past 12 months, it's hard to argue that Drew McIntyre deserves a huge title win in front of fans, but it won't be happening just yet. That moment was meant to happen last year until the ongoing situation meant WrestleMania happened in an empty performance center, but the lack of crowd didn't stop him from becoming WWE's best commodity. Though he lost this year, that doesn't mean his time won't come, it's just delayed, and perhaps WrestleMania 38 in 2022 will be the right time to coronate him in front of fans. If that isn't the plan, it wouldn't be surprising if McIntyre regains the world title later this year. If the proposed Lesnar return sees the Beast dethrone Lashley this summer, WrestleMania 38 could see a rematch between the Beast and the Scottish superstar. And though there's plenty of possibilities, one thing we're confident in is that McIntyre isn't finished in the world title picture. Number 1. Different direction for WWE. It's hard to argue that 2020 was the year of Drew McIntyre, but that may not be the case in 2021. That's not to say that 2021 will be a bad year for the Scotsman, just that it won't be as monumental as 2020. That's fine, as we've already said how McIntyre will have plenty more moments in the spotlight ahead of him, but for now, WWE's direction is on Bobby Lashley. Perhaps the only criticism of the build-up to the WWE title match at WrestleMania 37 is the decision made to abandon the Hurt Business by kicking out Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Ultimately, Bobby Lashley didn't get as much heat as expected, but he was given a lot of respect instead and cheered for his big win at WrestleMania, which could be just the latest huge moment in 2021 if this is the year of the Almighty. WWE had 2 heel title runs in 2020, with Brock Lesnar holding the WWE Championship for the first few months and Randy Orton for 3 weeks in between. And since WWE often has a cycle of heel and face champions, Lashley's time is now. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.